Radhe Krishna Radhe, Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe, Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe,
God, he's going to tell in the subsequent shlok, is sitting in your heart. And he knows your readiness. And when you are ready for it, he arranges for the path by inspiring you from inside. So Shree Krishna says, look, I am the source of life in all things. Let's move ahead. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah Pranapana Samayuktah Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. Translation: it is I who take the form of the fire of digestion in the stomachs of all living beings and combine with the incoming and outgoing breaths to digest and assimilate the 4 kinds of foods. See, this whole chapter started off when Shree Krishna compared the world to an inverted ashwath. An inverted ashwath, sacred fig tree. And he said that the soul, ignorant of the source of this tree, is wandering around in the different branches from lifetime to lifetime. So this tree is going on and on and on. And then he said, what you need to do to unravel the mystery of this world is first develop detachment. And then, having used the axe of detachment to start cutting the tree, search for its root, which is God. And then he said, you surrender to that God, as a consequence of which you will come to my divine abode. But then he said that those souls in this world who are not in my abode are also my fragmental parts. Unfortunately, they are struggling in this world with the 5 senses and the mind. He also explained that rare are the souls who know their soul nature. Most of them are confusing themselves to be the body. Only the yogis with a purified mind can see the self by realization. Likewise, he said that very few people are able to know God also. And he started giving the knowledge of God. Sri Krishna's purpose is to help us detach our mind from material things and attach it to the spiritual, that is the Lord Himself. With that intention, He is revealing the significance of His personality. When you understand the significance, if somebody gifts you $1 million in a crappy looking bag, says happy birthday. Now you've got so many wonderful gifts on your birthday and you look at this and say, what has he brought? So he's your grand uncle. He says, beta, open the bag and see. And you open it, $1 million, uncle! I love you. Now he's fallen in love with the gift. Earlier the gift was the same, he did not know what it was. The moment the knowledge came, the awareness, the understanding, love was natural. Likewise, here Sri Krishna wishes to ignite that reverential devotion in Arjun. So he's explaining to Arjun the glories of God. And he says, look, Arjun, these gastric juices that digest things, they also are my energy. This body is so miraculous. It is a universe in itself. In fact, every cell of this body is a universe in itself. Your eyes have got 125 million sensors each, with the help of which you can make out the difference between HD TV and SD TV. Or you can enjoy the beauty of the setting sun at Santa Cruz. Or you can enjoy the glory of the eagle in flight. So this God is making it possible. Your ears have got 24,000 fibers each, with the help of which you can hear sound from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, or relish the mirth of children in laughter, or the rustling of leaves in the wind, or the breaking of the waves on the rock. This is all the glory of God which is manifesting. See, people say, you offer food to the Lord and then it becomes prasad. Prasad means grace. But what if you don't offer food to the Lord? I personally feel it is still prasad. Because without His grace, the food would not come about. Now you tell me, you are a scientist at Stanford. Do you have the technology that we put on one side mud and on the other side you get carrots and potatoes? Does Stanford have that technology? No. All the universities of the world will say, we don't have this technology. And that technology is enabling all of us to eat, because it is freely made available by God in nature. So not only is He creating the food, He is enabling us to eat it as well. One lady said, Guruji, you say that the glory of God is manifesting everywhere. But when I look around, I cannot see anything glorious. Guruji said, Beti, that is because your window pane is dirty. Let me clean it and you'll see how beautiful nature is. Likewise, our own perspective is defective. Now we say, I cannot see God. One disciple said, Guruji, you are saying God is everywhere. Then why can I not see Him everywhere? Guruji said, my child, the bacteria are everywhere on your body. Why can you not see them? He said, Guruji, we will need the proper equipment and then we will see the bacteria. Guruji said, likewise, to see the all-pervading God, also you need the equipment. And that equipment is the inner purification. Nirmal mana jana so mohi pava, mohi kapata chala chhidrana bhava. See, even the same truth is presented in other cultures as well. The Bible says, blessed are they who are pure at heart, for they shall see God. So the point is, if you aspire to see God, you purify your heart. Now you're not willing to purify the heart and you say, I need to see God right now, Guruji, otherwise there is no God. That is an unrealistic expectation. One person, he was traveling by boat and he became a little adventurous and went too far out into the Pacific. And close to an island, his boat capsized. It hit a coral reef from below, and it was shattered, capsized, but he managed to swim to the shore. Now he was stranded on this island. But he was sustaining himself by the fruits and berries, kandmul, and he managed to make a hut so that he would not have to sleep under the sky directly. And he was praying and praying and praying to God. And a few days later, his hut caught fire. And then the whole thing went up in smoke. And he was upset with God that I was praying to you that I get rescued. And that little hut I had, you arranged for that also to be burnt. But a few hours later, a ship arrived. And they said, we were looking around for someone. Come, do you need to be taken back? He said, my God, you found me. How did you come to know I was on this island? They said, when we saw the smoke going up, we realized that somebody had lit a fire and there must be a human being stranded out here. That is what made us come and check. And then he realized that the ways of God are incredible. You can never understand. Likewise, to us it may seem the whole world is in chaos. Everything seems to be going wrong. But if every atom has such amazing miracles enabling it, the maker of this world must be having a most amazing design. That stands to reason, common sense. That if he has created such a world, it is not, masti aa gayi bana diya. He's got some grand plan. Now fathom what that plan is. The plan of God is not to make you comfortable here. Chalo, aur sukha sampatti kar aave kashta mite tanaka om jai jagadisha. His goal is the evolution of your soul. He wants your soul to evolve to the highest. And the entire design of the world is for facilitating that evolution over a continuum of lifetimes. So the struggles are also a part of that grand design. That's why Swami Vivekananda, he expressed it rightly when he said that life is the continual unfoldment of a being under circumstances tending to press it downwards. In this university of hard knocks, is there anybody who's not getting knocked? Everybody is getting knocked in different ways, right? So this is the university of hard knocks. I just checked to make you realize you're not the only one getting knocked. Everybody is getting knocked. So God's design is such. He is forcing you out of the comfort zone. He is challenging you in many ways so that you grow emotionally, you grow intellectually, you grow spiritually. That is His purpose. If you can have faith, then you say, look, I can't plan out my life till the very end. But I know there is a God who's taking care. He is my eternal Father. He is my well-wisher. Let me try and do my bit to the best of my ability and leave the rest to Him. A simple way to live. One deer was carrying, and it was time now to deliver the fawn. The deer found a place by the riverside. There were big boulders and pebbles around. On the edge of the river On the other side, the river bank was a forest which had dried up because of the summer. And the deer realized a forest fire is raging and moving ahead towards him. Now the forest fire is the enemy of the deer. In the meantime, he sighted a second arch enemy. A lion appeared and roared, "Aha, my lunch is here." And then he sighted a hunter who had picked up his bow and was taking aim. There was also thunder and lightning in the sky. The deer said, "I had such an important task to deliver my baby, and I have been overwhelmed by difficulties from all sides." Now, what would you advise the deer? The deer did the best thing. He said, "The only thing in my hand is to do my bit. Let me focus on that." So it sat down to deliver the baby. In the meantime, the hunter had pulled the string of the bow, and there was sudden lightning which distracted the hunter, and his aim went off target. Instead of hitting the deer, it killed the lion in front. And because of the lightning and thunder, the rain started falling, and the forest fire got quenched. So all the enemies got neutralized. The baby came to life. And that is the way to lead your life as well. What is in your hand, you do that. Focus on doing it to the best of your ability for the pleasure of God with purity of intention, and trust Him to keep on evolving your soul through different situations to the final destination. Let's move ahead.